This is the Hittac Optics HD Compact 5 to 20 times digital day and night vision scope. We're going to be putting it through its paces, going to go shoot some rats and see what the clarity is like. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the basic layout of it before I get out into the field and actually test it. Then we'll see what it's like for recording, and then I'll give off some of my final thoughts. But we're just going to go through some of the features first and open up the pack and just see what you get inside. In that is your Hittac Optics cleaning cloth. You have a few little accessories in here, the US charging lead, that's a Type-C, a few screws which I'll explain in a bit, the mounting bracket which will attach underneath so you can attach it to your rail, which is a Picatinny. You've got your eyepiece protector, and then you've got the unit itself. And the first thing that I noticed from this is how small, lightweight and compact it is. I was quite surprised how small the box actually was. So we'll talk about the layout. Now this one didn't come with any instruction manual, so I've been trying to figure it out for myself. If you've owned a day and night vision scope before, you kind of get an idea and you soon pick it up pretty quick. But there are a couple of things which I had to look online just to find out, because I've got a PDF instruction manual. But if you do buy one of these, they do come with an instruction manual now. If you use a day and night vision scope, you'll pretty much know how they operate. There are slight differences, but they are pretty simple to use. On top, we have the power button just here, the settings button, you got left and right, and then you've got a record button. You got adjustable eyepiece, that's your focus, and then you've got your IR torch which goes in here. It's an 18650 battery, and that's what powers the whole unit. With the Hittac attached to my Arms S510, what I need to do just before I go and do any type of shooting, I need to go and zero it. Here you can see the daytime footage, and then we're going straight into the action onto the nighttime footage. So I've recorded a few little clips just to give you an idea of what the clarity is like. I went out for a night on the rats, really enjoyed using it. The only one issue that I found really was that this has a base magnification of 5 times. That is just a little bit too high for close range ratting. We could do with a minimum base magnification of about 3 times. But I think there will be one coming out in the future. So as I've said, here is your eyepiece, and this is your eyepiece protector. Simply screwed on there. You'll use this just to get the crosshairs into focus. That's going to be different for every person because everybody's eyes are different. Over at the front you've got the objective lens with your focus adjustment when you're looking at different distances. You've also got this neat little flip cap, and luckily that does rotate, because when I first got it and opened it up, mine was in front of the IR, so I thought I had a problem, but it simply rotates out of the way and can be snapped back like that. This is powered by an 18650 battery, which simply goes into the IR torch here. Put that in there, that powers the whole unit including the torch, and the torch also has a flood and narrow beam just by rotating the small knob at the front. Looking at the other side, this is where your USB Type-C charger lead will go. That is, you can run it off a power bank. You've also got your SD card slot in there. And I think the minimum you have to have is a 32GB. And that comes with, it's also quite a nice little feature. But what I would have liked is maybe a little bit of string which could just dangle, so you're not having to have the possibility of losing it. But it's not the biggest deal breaker in the world. As I said at the beginning, this is the 5 to 20 version, but I have heard there is a 3 to 14 or 3 to 12 which will be coming out at some point, or it's in development. That'll be more suited to myself anyway if I'm doing very close range ratting where I'm getting rats coming in within 10 yards. And a 5 times magnification minimum base mag is just a little bit too powerful for me. But this is certainly a good benchmark, and I hope they do bring out this 3 to 12 or 3 to 14, whichever one it may be. There is also going to be a LRF version of this, which has a built-in ballistic calculator. I think the prices for this base one without those is around £460, and the one with the LRF and ballistic calculator is going to be around £600 UK. Just a few little stats for these. I'm going to have to read off my little cheat sheet here because I can't remember everything. But detection range is apparently 400 meters. I'd be interested to go and try that out. Eye relief is 45mm with a 8-hour operating time. That is in non-IR mode. So if you are using the IR torch, the battery is going to drain relatively quickly. But as anything goes by, when I've used a PARD, an Alpex, a Wolf 4K, battery life has always been really good, and I'm still using the very original PARD batteries. This has Wi-Fi built in. There is also an app, and you can use the app to actually zero the rifle. There is picture-in-picture function. I've used that on the Alpex before, and I think if you're shooting out to further distances, that's where it kind of comes into its own for the picture-in-picture. But my close range ratting, I generally not to use it, but the option is there. So I have the mounting bracket here and the scope itself, and that would simply go onto there, and you would have the Picatinny bracket there sitting underneath your objective lens, and then you would simply use the screws from the packet itself just to bolt this down. Now I will be sticking this onto my air arms, my air rifle, and that's a dovetail fitting. So I know I have a Picatinny mount here, but I do have some adapters just so I can actually fit it to my air rifle, and then we'll go do some rat shooting, because predominantly this is what this scope is for. And one last thing that I forgot to mention that this scope has as well, which is quite a nice little feature. If you do want to add accessories on the side, there is a small Picatinny bracket just there. So if you want to put your own IR torch if you are shooting out at a further distance, or like me if I'm doing close range ratting or rabbiting, I can just stick my own LE032 rangefinder just on the side. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review on the Hittac Optics 5 to 20 times digital day and night vision scope. It's a nice, compact, lightweight little scope. I really enjoy using it. It's very easy to use. One little thing that I'll just mention, you may have noticed I'm using a different scope to the supplied bracket that comes with it, and that's mainly because if you own a PARD NV008 or a Wolf 4K, when you zero, your crosshair will be, let's say it could be in the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, and it was annoying me a little bit. So I bought an adjustable mount, and that seems to have solved the issue. So my crosshairs are now bang on in the centre. But apart from that, it's a really enjoyable scope to use. It will be featured more on my channel, and I think the 3 to 14 will be more suitable because the base 5 times magnification is just a little bit too much for something which is just a sub 12 air rifle. If you want any more information on this scope, please have a look in the video description. You'll find the website address, the Facebook link, Instagram, and you can click on there and you can check out the prices and any new products that they have coming soon, because they are currently updating. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.